Hey Cancer, how are you? Cancer, this is going to be your read for December of 2018. All right, thanks so much for watching. This is going to be your general and your love and romance reading. I am going to timestamp your love and romance, okay? So if you're interested in only that, you can go ahead and timestamp yourself right there. If not, you want to go ahead and watch the general, then this is where we're going to start, okay? I do apologize for being late with your readings, Cancer, but I'm here now, so let's jump right into it. What is the strongest message that Cancer needs to hear for love, for general? Ooh, Cancer, that must be what's on y'all's mind. All right, well, what's the strongest message for general here for Cancer? What's the strongest message for general for December of 2018 for Cancer? What is the strongest message that they need to hear? And this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if it doesn't resonate to you, watch your other sign. It may resonate more to you there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and draw all of your cards. So what is the clarifiers that we need to be able to help understand this message a little bit better, Spirit? What clarifiers do we need to help understand this message that you've presented for us a little bit better? Okay, we got the one to come down first. All right, and the last piece of advice that Cancer needs to be aware of before they exit December, this one. So both of these wanted to pop, okay? So we'll take a look at both of those in a second. We'll put that there. All right, so let's see, Cancer. We got the Two of Swords, okay? So we're looking at a decision, a tough decision. And for some of you, now, I mean, the end of the year is approaching very, very fast. We only have a few more days, a couple more weeks. So, I'm really feeling like this is kind of like time sensitive, like a time sensitive decision. But I also feel like for some of you, Cancer, I feel like some of you are like at a stalemate. Like some of you just maybe even an impasse where you just don't even know. Like you just don't even know. Like you're more so indecisive. Okay. I think that for some of you, I think that you're trying to follow your intuition with it. Or rather, you're trying to be more mental about it rather than follow your intuition. Okay? So let's take a look at more. Let's see. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay? So the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you guys definitely have come from a long journey already. You guys have already been, maybe the past 9 months to a year or so, you guys have been really, building up to this point. And now you guys are just at a point to now is like, okay, what's the next step that I need to take? I have so much abundance here already, or I've had so much abundance here already. Now, what's the next thing that I need to do to be able to like maybe progress? Or is it more so of like, okay, I'm here and I've gotten to this point now. And, it's almost like you're kind of blinded to what you need to do next, or maybe you don't even realize that there's a next step here because you've been so like, comfortable within your own success. I mean, that's not a bad problem to have, Cancer, at all. It's not a bad problem to have. But I mean, we'll see how this unfolds. But I just think that for right now, you guys have really just been doing so much work financially, maybe like on your job. You've been working. You've been kind of, doing what you've needed to do all year to like work your way up to where you're at now. And it's like now that you're here, it's like, okay, for some of you, what do I do so that I don't plateau? Or for some of you, it's like, okay, I'm comfortable with the plateau. Like, I'm comfortable. I don't want to go anywhere. And, I'm putting on my blinders now and I'm crossing my arms so that, I don't, this is where I stop. Oh boy. The Lovers, Cancer, okay? So, So the Lovers pops up here. I feel like, again, definitely now that it is next to the Two of Swords, this definitely talks about a choice that some of you are going to have to make at this moment. I think that for some of you Cancers, you're at the moment where you're at the moment now where, like, you have the choice to, well, like I said before, stay still or progress more. Neither one of them are bad choices, but it's a choice nonetheless that you are going to be presented with this December, Cancer. For some of you, I think that the fact that you even realize that there's a choice to be made here is because it may involve something that you like have a lot of passion and energy for. Okay, something that really, really attracts you. There is one thing that really, really, really attracts you, and you want to go towards that, but at the same time, it's like, but I'm comfortable here, and I like my life here, and I like things the way that they are now. And so that's where that stalemate or that impasse kind of comes to. Seven of Wands. Future energies. The future energies here could indicate that you guys are going to really have to, maybe defend your position on something. Or for some of you who are choosing to kind of like just kind of stay where things are, and I think that is the energy more so of you guys trying not to make things more uncomfortable than what they need to be, because you have built yourself up to a certain comfort level. Now with some of you guys, I'm getting the feeling here that with this, I was about to say the Seven of Lovers. That's a whole made up card. But with saying that though, I just feel like for some of you, that is what you're gonna have to be defending, like maybe to a particular love interest, or maybe to like just between two different things. Like it's like I can go here, I can go there. But if I do make this choice, I'm going to have to defend why I'm doing that. If I'm going this way, then I'm going to have to defend why I'm doing that. And it's just like you would just rather not even have to defend yourself at all. I'm getting the sense that you would rather just stick to where you are. But with that being said, Cancer, you're going to have to defend that decision as well. So there's just no getting around it. Okay, so now the picture comes a little bit more clear. So the underlying matter here is the Hierophant or the Hierophant. So this means to tell me that like what it kind of all boils down to is commitment, Cancer. Commitment. Whether you're afraid of committing to something, or you're just not interested in committing to it because you're just at a you feel like you're at a certain level here where I don't want to say that you feel like you're above reproach, but it's more so like you just feel like okay, I've already been there, done that, so I don't understand why I have to again commit myself to something else when I'm comfortable where I'm at. Now Cancer, this also, I feel like this is saying that with the Lovers here, with the Lovers here in the mix, Cancer, I don't know, you might have to really defend your choice about not committing to someone or to some cause. Okay? Excuse me. I'm feeling that, Cancer, I'm really feeling like you guys may have changed your minds somewhere where what you were working towards was you putting that commitment in it, but then now that you've gotten to a certain level, it's like, okay, I don't think that some of you feel as though the commitment that you put into it was actually worth it, or it's not worth any more of your commitment. present energy, the King of Pentacles. So Cancer, so this could be a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm just feeling the presence here. There's definitely some earth energy around you that's like keeping you grounded here to a certain degree. I feel like there is a source here. There's an untapped source that that you do have the opportunity to tap into, to be able to, you know, kind of escalate more, or but it's not like, but I don't feel like you really want to. I think that that's what the Two of Swords is about, Cancer. I think that this Two of Swords is you really struggling with what you want to do versus either, for some of you, it's what you want to do versus what other people want for you to do. For some of you, this is a struggle between you staying put and, you know, just, you know, still living your comfortable life, or should I move forward and live my best life? Okay. Again, I know a lot of people that would definitely love to have that type of decision, Cancer, because I don't see anything bad here. I don't see anything bad. It's just, how committed are you, Cancer? How committed to this cause are you? How committed to yourself are you? That's the energy I'm seeing for you guys in December so far. Hopes and fears is the Princess of Pentacles. So, Cancer, what's going on? Because, like, this Princess of Pentacles, I'm just getting the sense of, like, you know, you guys have, there was a certain turning point here. I think that maybe somewhere, like, I know earlier I said, like, within maybe the past 9 months to a year, you know, you had been working and building towards something, but I'm just feeling like within maybe the past 2 months or so, you guys like had a change, like you kind of changed your mind, or there was like a turning point here where, you know, you just decided that you're better off either where you are, or, you know, you're better off doing something different than what you originally set out to do in the first place. But this Princess of Pentacles, I feel like this represents a new path for you guys to walk on, Cancer. And it's a new path to enlightenment. But I don't think that you guys are really get that enlightenment unless you really make the choice to, like, either accept a certain, okay. So for some of you, you're not going to be able to really start a whole new path. Well, that makes a lot of sense until you really accept that, you know, it's going to cause you to actually have to move. Again, which I said that you guys are kind of just really you just don't want to do it. You're comfortable. But look it. You got the Nine of Pentacles here. So we know that you've built, we know that you've gotten yourself to this comfortable state, right? But now we got the King of Pentacles here. And now if you were to accept that offer, if you were to accept this particular resource from somebody who's happy to give it to you, that will create your Ten of Pentacles right there. And that would create the ending. Now, I say the ending not in a bad way, but it just creates, you know, the end of that particular cycle. And then it's like you still start over with the Princess of Pentacles with the very next card, which is that turning point, that, you know, that one pentacle that leads you down the path to something else. But I think what it is I think that you guys, maybe you're afraid of the newness. Maybe you're afraid of what you can't see. And so you'd rather just stay put. It's almost like you're giving up, but it's being masked, is being, you know, concealed as, no, I'm not giving up. I'm just comfortable where I'm at. But I mean, I don't know. I keep saying that, but that's just the energy that I feel, Cancer. So And then now we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? So there's a lot of Pinnacle here. Pinnacle energy, a lot of Earth energy here. I thought it was definitely... So Cancer, a lot of you... Okay. I think that for a lot of you Cancers, so you started something in the beginning of the year, or maybe, you know, even a little further than that, and you built your way up to where you are now. But I think that you're realizing now that you're there, all the things that you're going to have to move on from once you're done with that cycle. And I don't think that you want to do that. I don't think that you want to do that. With the Six of Pentacles coming out there, with the Six of Pentacles coming out there on the outcome, this really does like just kind of indicate to me that for some of you, it is about your family. It's like you don't want to like leave your family behind. But for some of you, it's like, okay, you know, that's what needs to happen. Like, you need to leave your family behind. And I think that this person here that has this last gift, this last pinnacle to like offer you, it's not like they're just giving you a pinnacle and it's just like, wait a minute, it's just too easy. I've done so much hard work to now, you know, I've done so much hard work. I've had to defend everything that I've done, you know, to now you're just going to give me something. Like, I'm not just giving it to you, but it's there for, it's available to you to use, Cancer. Okay. But I don't think that it might be pride for some of you, that you don't want to accept it. Or again, it just might be the fact that you just rather stay where you are because there's still some sort of, tie that you guys have. There's some sort of idea that you aren't really willing to really see yet. Clarifiers here, we have the Nine of Pentacles again, the Ace of Wands, and then the Hierophant again. Oh my God, I love when this happens because this really just basically feels, this is like, it just solidifies to me that, you know, that you guys are really comfortable here. You're comfortable with the Nine of Wands. You're comfortable in spite of having a fresh new opportunity, or in spite of having a fresh new, you know, course of action, or in spite of you being so close to the end of this particular cycle and ready to walk into all the new opportunities that are available to you. You guys are comfortable. You don't want to put any further, you know, you don't want to commit. You don't want to have to go through, you know, the process again of having to, you know, start over in a whole new cycle. You know, you just don't want to put that energy. You don't want to put that type of commitment in. Maybe that's why you guys got 2 advice cards. So let's see what they are. The Chimera, imagination clouds your judgment, and the Moon, you will be guided through darkness. So, okay, this tells me here that for some of you, there's like this a certain ideal that you guys have in the right now that's not allowing you to really be able to see your full potential. Okay, and I know that you are holding on to certain ideas because you're not looking through your real eyes to be able to really see, because you're blindfolded here. You are only interpreting, okay, which is good, you know, because you do have the Moon here. You are being guided by your intuition, okay, to a degree. But, you know, in spite of not being able to see where you're going, you know, you still have to kind of have some sort of vision for how things need to how things need to be. And if this sounds a little contradictory, then of course it would be, because the whole Two of Swords here is a contradiction. It's one choice versus another choice. It's one idea versus another idea. And there's no movement. Because on one hand, while you are being guided by your intuition, okay, I don't think that you're able, for some of you, your imagination kind of seeps in and you're not really able to discern, you know, between, you know, what you really intuit and then just random thoughts that just pop up in your head that you entertain. So this energy is pretty much the energy that you guys are going to be working with throughout December. I mean, it doesn't have to be for the whole month of December, but just in December, you might find yourself being faced with these certain challenges. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, Cancer, like I said, a lot of people would definitely kill to be able to have to choose between something good and something better, you know, versus a rock and a hard place for a lot of people. Okay, so let me know how that works out for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into your love and romance. So hi Cancer, this is going to be your love and romance reading for December of 2018. If you are just joining me here from the timestamp, then thanks so much for watching. And if you stayed along with me through your general reading, then I really appreciate you guys' patience. So let's see what the strongest message here is for Cancer in love and romance for December of 2018. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the strongest message? Let me go ahead again and get the rest of the cards out on the table. So our romance advice. Can I get a piece of romance for the person that is most on Cancer's mind? Be it in a relationship or separated. Or cross-watcher if you're secretly admiring Cancer. Ooh, I think that's what it might be. Because the card popped right on out. And then I'll take the card under the deck for the other side. All right, and then what's the last piece of advice here that Cancer needs to know? Ooh, I want that one. Nope, I want this. Nope, well, okay, I'll take both of them. I knew that was going to happen somewhere in this. I was going to have to end up drawing two cards. But, all right, Cancer, love and romance. Let's see. So we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay. And we've got the Three of Coins. Well, who else had this? Another sign had this. I want to say Pisces or Aries had it. I might be wrong. But if you have Pisces or Aries in your chart, look at their reading too for love and romance. So, and it was in the same position. But anyways, Cancer, yeah, this Queen of Swords, this is giving me like the energy here, whether it's you or the person that is most on your mind or cross-watching for you. You know, there's work to be done. With the Three of Coins there's work to be done. There's things to figure out. With the Queen of Swords, you guys are both in that energy of, or one of you is in that energy of, okay, well, I'm going to figure it out. You know, I'm going to go ahead and determine what's best for us and what's not best for us, and embrace what is best for us and cut out what isn't best for us. And there's not going to be any qualms about it. You know, it's just like this real, just kind of cold energy. But not so much that you want to be cold. It's just that you know that you have to do it that way. In order for things to really work out. Okay. Now, Cancers, this could be more so for people who are already separated, and you guys are just now really realizing, you know, I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you broke up with someone and or maybe you rejected someone because you didn't think that things were going to work the way that you wanted them to work. Or it could just be that for some of you, there's just certain parts of the relationship that you know that you can do without. Certain aspects of the relationship that you know that you can do without in order to make this relationship really work. Okay? Now, the past energy we have is the Eight of Cups. Okay, so somebody walked away from this situation, Cancer, whether that was you or whether that was them. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about this, Cancer. You know what? You're ruled by the moon. Or Cancer, does Cancer rule the moon? Or is it the planet that rules the sign, right? So Cancer, yeah, you're ruled by the moon. So, you know, that's just another call out to the energy from the last reading. I didn't say it before, but anyways, the Eight of Cups here, yeah, somebody made the decision to walk away here, or to really just separate themselves from it. So again, yeah, if you're in separation, then it's possibly that, you know, the person cut you out, or you cut them out, just because for the moment you just really felt that that was the right thing to do, for things to be able to work better for you, or vice versa. Okay. It's not necessarily saying that this is going to be like the end all be all, but sometimes you just need to just kind of walk away from something and, you know, come back to it later, you know, with a fresh set of eyes. And because I do feel like that, because in spite of having to make that decision, the Three of Coins is still there. So it does indicate that things can be worked through, or, right? Now, underlying here, we've got the Ten of Wands. So I'm getting the sense of like, there's a lot of pressure here. I won't say like within the relationship itself, not like the relationship itself is hard, but just what you may have been going through together, maybe over the past 8 to 10 months, or maybe even over the past 3 months, have been particularly hard with this person. Now, this can go for if you have, you know, been separated, or if you are, you know, still in it and established, you know, things can, I mean, you know, you're considering walking away from this person because it's become a burden to you. It's like, it's almost like it's easier to walk away than it would be to walk through it with this person, right? But I think that for some of you, Cancer, I think that for a lot of you, you're deciding that the way that it's going to work is maybe to share the burden. Okay. Maybe there's like a lot of you feel like there's like more responsibility being put on you than they're handling, or vice versa. But this does indicate that there is an ending approaching, or an ending has occurred. So it does indicate that, you know, that this month something is definitely going to be happening. And then now we have the Two of Wands. Oh, wow. So the Two of Wands comes out here to let me know that, you know, honestly, this is like kind of like that fork in the road. It's kind of like, again, like with the Two of Swords that you had, where, you know, you had, you know, two different choices that you can make, or two different ideas that you could lean toward, and you're not really sure. With the Two of Wands, I'm getting the sense that for some of you, this is kind of like that fork in the road where you don't know which road you want to go down with this person. Okay. But this also could indicate that you have already chosen what path that you want to take. And throughout December, you know, you either will be laying that burden down and walking away, or you will be choosing to like share that burden with this person, or allowing this person to share the burden with you, and then you guys walk this path together. Okay. Now the future energies we're looking at is the King of Coins. So we also had the King of Coins pop up in your earlier reading. Now with the King of Coins popping up in the earlier reading, I'm getting the sense that I feel like this, like, I feel like you guys, okay, so ultimately I feel like you guys can really fix this and really like ground this relationship to what it really ought to be, or what you ideally would like it to be. But with that being said, it definitely is going to take some hard work, and it could possibly even mean that you guys will have to separate in order for you guys to reconcile. And then even if you never reconcile the same way, like romantically, you know, you could come back just reconciling just like more as like friends, or just, you know, this person, you see them just more as somebody that like, you know, you can, you know, kind of lean on, and vice versa. You know, maybe they can help handle certain burdens. So like if you have kids together, I'm not getting that, but you know, sometimes burdens can be kids. So if you guys like have kids together or whatever, you know, this could indicate that you guys share the responsibilities, or just share responsibilities regardless within the relationship. And it really helps ground the relationship more. But if you guys are separated, I mean, then still, like, you know, this is like a point where you guys either meet somebody new that's willing to be able to, you know, offer some type of support to you. Or this is a situation where, you know, the person that you have been dealing with already, you know, you either figure out or they figure out a way to be more supportive in the matter with you. The card under the deck here we have is the Five of Swords. Yeah, so with the Five of Swords, this really just tells me that Cancer, this time right now in your relationship is a time where you're like just kind of really just, you're tiptoeing. You're really tiptoeing. You're trying not to ruffle any feathers. You may be doing that while you're trying not to, but I think that it's sensed. And what I mean by that is I just really feel like I think that the person that you're involved with or was involved with can sense that, you know, there's this like easy does it kind of nature with you or them, where it's like, you know, you may be communicating, but you're still like giving them their space. And I don't think that you were really happy about that. Or vice versa. Now, if you guys are still together, or if you guys are, you know, starting this relationship out, I do feel like there's the potential here to be able to really ground and root this relationship. But you guys are really going to have to come together and have a serious conversation about what, you know, who handles this, who handles that, who handles this responsibility, who handles that responsibility. And if you guys aren't able to do that, then I do see separation on the horizon here, because with the Eight of Cups, you're definitely going to be moving forward into a whole new path there with the Two of Wands, and you're not necessarily going to really care about the feelings that you hurt, because you know that you're having to do what's best for you, Cancer. I mean, and that's pretty much the Queen of Swords anyways. So let's see what the advice card is. This is the one that wanted to fly out, like it flew out, okay? So getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, well, this is interesting. You know, Cancer, if you are like dating somebody and you're not really sure what road to go down with them, you might even be like, I think I'm just going to let this one go. This might not be the right person for me. You know, look. This energy does have it does have the potential to work. Okay? But you have to be willing to put in that work. And for some of you, I think you just have to really just get to know this person on a more substantial level than just maybe if you're just looking at them like for, you know, for money. Not that I'm saying that you are, but I mean, for some of you, you could be just looking at them for like, okay, well, you know, they are a stable resource, or they're looking at you like you're a stable resource, okay? But for you, you could be looking at them like, okay, this is somebody that, you know, I really want to share my burdens with, you know, but at the same time, you guys may not know enough about each other. You know, there just may be some things that still need to be shed. There just could be some things that you guys are just really going to have to agree to disagree about for some of you for the month of December. And then the next card we have is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay? So I think this card really just tells us that it doesn't really have to be this serious. You know, it doesn't. You know, Cancer, I think that you might be looking at this person like as somebody that you want to, you know, just exhale with, you know, like you're just ready to just, oh my God, finally I have somebody that loves me and I love them, and, you know, we can just let our baggage down with each other. But I think that's like the perfect way to really scare them off, you know. Right now, if it's just an attraction, let it be just that attraction. Get to know each other a little bit more, Cancer. I think that you'll still be strong enough to be able to handle your burdens. You've been doing it on your own for this long, okay? And vice versa. Now, with the Queen of Swords being there, yeah, that Queen of Swords definitely wants to be like, okay, okay, well, this is not for me. This is not for me. You know, she's quick to do that, right? But I think that the energy is there and it's available for use should you need it. But with that being said, Cancer, try to work that out. Try to work on, you know, just getting past, like the first stages of attraction before you really just like kind of dump everything on them, or vice versa. And if you guys are in separation, or if you guys are, you know, just not communicating at all, and I kind of see this almost as like, you know, it's kind of like a mirror thing where it's because you're both are coming from the energy of like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and just walk away from this before it gets any worse. So the 2 cards that we have for our final piece of advice is be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care, which is what I've been saying. And then also you have slow, simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So that's good energy too. Because this is basically saying that, you know, again, things doesn't not have to be so complicated. You know, if you're looking for that particular type of support, then that support in that person is there. Okay, but you're gonna run them off if you just try to throw all of your baggage. I was gonna say baggage and luggage at the same time. If you're trying to throw all of your luggage and baggage on them right in the very beginning, you know, because you're feeling like, you know, this is the end of your singledom. But then for some of you, I just think that, you know, if this is like a separation thing for you, this person is still there to be like very supportive of you. You can still be kind with them. There's nothing here. And you know what? It might be that you guys may have had to just kind of take that step back so that you can get to know each other a little bit more on a base level rather than, you know, just trying to, I don't feel like it's like you're trying to jump into this relationship, but I'm just getting the sense of is like, what I'm getting the sense of is like, you know, you're seeing the path that you can take with this person, and you're ready to move toward that. That's the vibe that I'm seeing here. And you know what? This may even be you moving on from somebody else. Like this may be like, if you're in separation with somebody Cancer right now, this could be saying that like you walked away from that person because they weren't giving you the support that you needed. Okay, so you made the choice to do that, and you actually have met somebody now that you really are attracted to, that you want to be able to, you know, support them or help, you know, have them help you, give you some type of support in some type of way, but you're not going to get it that quick. You are going to have to, you know, be supportive, but, you know, in smaller ways, you know, in caring ways, and necessarily in responsible ways with this person just yet. Okay, so let me know how this let me know how this all works out for you. I'm running out of time here. I'm like literally at 30 seconds before my camera cuts out, which is perfect timing. So let me know. I really do appreciate all of your likes, comments, and subscribes. Thank you so much. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can. Just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. Cancer, it's been great. I'll see you guys in 2019. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.